Edward Siaga, hell. Denigrate Edward Siaga, I'm a white man, and all that shit. Okay? And now those hypocrites embracing this descendant of slave owner.
Let me ask you, give you an opportunity. Young Ricardo Brooks and a lot those listening never heard of this. But is it true that there are occasions when Mr. Siaga had to physically beat you?
I am not ashamed to say that, Cliff.
Bless up ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to the channel. It's a girl and Isabel Rose. And in this one, Everall Warmington continues with his slew of racist attack towards the People's National Party's president. And PJ Patterson sets the record straight. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Notification shout out goes to Fitzroy Nugent. Big up yourself, Fitzroy. Thanks for the continued support. So ABR family, Everall Warmington was out there in Portland yesterday speaking at a presentation put on by the Vaz, and in his presentation he continues to throw racist jab at the People's National Party president, and he went on to say no one can muzzle him. So we're seeing clearer that this is what the Prime Minister supports. If no one can speak to this minister on his continuous behavior of indecency and his foul mouth, this is what they accept and this is what they accommodate. It's not one time, it's not two times, but repeatedly.
Then call me racist and then put on TV and all them effort. But I don't give a hole what they want to say. No. I don't give a rat's ass what them say. I talk the truth. Nobody can muzzle me. Look. That party, I wouldn't call the name in my mouth to contaminate my mouth. They give Edward Siaga hell. Denigrate Edward Siaga, I'm a white man, and all that shit. Okay? And now those hypocrites embracing this descendant of slave owner. Okay? The Bakra master.
But the people them say you don't have to call PNP name in your mouth because your mouth already contaminated with all sorts of things. And so they are against Mark Golding, as they deem as a white man, to run Jamaica. But who are they? That's desperate and low job when they had a previous white man, Edward Siaga, who was even beating them, and the current minister admitted to being beaten by Edward Siaga.
Let me ask you, give you an opportunity. Young Ricardo Brooks and a lot those listening never heard of this. But is it true that there are occasions when Mr. Siaga had to physically beat you?
I am not ashamed to say that, Cliff.
Remember that Siaga was the first foreign visitor to Reagan. Reagan vowed to help make Jamaica a model of success for capitalism and ideological conservative alliances. He set up the David Rockefeller Group. They purchased tons and tons of bauxite and alumina for stockpiling. Between 81 to 88, Jamaica borrowed $2.1 billion from the IMF, the World Bank, the IDB. All those loans from the multilateral agencies were concessionary but they came with harsh conditionalities. We who were living in those times witnessed the social programs being decimated. And the worst sufferers were, of course, the poor and the marginalized. The national growth of 0.9%, which they attained for the decade of the 80s, was not due to any new investment projects. It was attributable to lower oil prices in 1986 and beyond. Meanwhile, the national debt was soaring enormously. These people boast about economic management. Took over when the debt to GDP ratio was 63% in 1980. By 1989, it had ballooned to 262%. They dismantled local government cemeteries, local government services, and Mayor, they left you only to deal with cemeteries and markets. Several hospitals were closed or downgraded. At one time, our net international reserves had fallen precipitously to an all-time low, minus 803 million. Despite this, they failed 4 IMF tests and used a statement from our then General Secretary as a pretext to call the bogus elections in 1983, breaking a solemn commitment not to hold any elections before there was a new electoral voters list. When we came to office in 1989, we inherited an IMF agreement, a World Bank structural adjustment loan, an IDB loan, all of which were dictated according to the gospel of the Washington Consensus. We had no trade preferences any longer for our primary commodities, and we were unable to protect domestic markets by tariffs. Can't do what is being done to the north, and trade quotas had to disappear. Trade quotas. So there was an urgent need for deep reform of the Jamaican economy and its productive base in order for us to compete in the global marketplace. When Michael Manley was leaving, you remember he made an address to the nation. And he said this: the leadership contest will not affect the market economy path, nor our commitment to tourism. The programs of commitment, of empowerment, our commitment to regional integration will not change. For the choices will be between persons who have helped me make all the policies which now guide the actions of the government. I have outlined the background to set the record straight and smash the deliberate plots to distort the truth by those who would prefer us to forget. I won't. They want to perpetuate the myth that they were geniuses at managing the economy and the PNP mashed it up. They won't tell you that the Bank of Jamaica had persons buying up US dollars on the illicit market. And notice I said illicit. It was done to pop up their bogus auction system of foreign exchange. They don't want to remind you that they had pre-sold bauxite and alumina, and also future revenues from cable and wireless. So we had no revenues to come from these sources. Julian, they are doing it again. And you are going to find that nothing is coming to you from the Norman Manley Airport.
And so ABR family, no matter how they want to spin it or how they want to come out and downplay what the People's National Party has done, they will never be able to match up to what the People's National Party has done from Norman Manley era, come right up through to Portia Simpson Miller. And so I would love to hear your take on all of this. We have to highlight these things that they're coming with, these low blow, these desperate blow that they're coming with. And as I stated, the People's National Party are still in the lead in the polls. And not only the polls, it is the same on the ground. And I just want to implore everybody to tell a friend, to tell another friend to go out and vote in this general election to come. Drop on the 2 cents. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel on the road to 30K and beyond. Help me to get there, please and thanks. Get this video to at least 5,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself. Happy Monday.